as I normally do, I must give all praises to our Creator, the creator force of the universe, the sustainer of all life, the one that lives and dwells in each and every one of us. If that is that we allow it, him, her, whatever you want to call it, to live there, to dwell inside of you. It's there, but let it come out. Ashe?
Ashe.
Give all praise. I give honor to Dr. Ray Hagins for what he does. Our elders here, our elders around the country, to everyone sitting in these seats, to our brothers and sisters all across the country that are meeting right now. I give honor, I respect, and give them greetings. Today, Brother Sankofa said, sit on the edge of your seat. Now, he said that I prepared something, but I didn't. I really didn't prepare anything. Y'all like, whoa. I didn't prepare anything. I said, you know what? I'm going to just come out and I'm just going to talk. Is that okay? I don't know what I'm going to talk about at this moment right now, but hopefully it comes out. Is that cool? So I'm going to ask y'all to help me. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to ask that everybody, besides our security, come up to a little closer. Ashe?
Ashe.
A little closer. We want some of that feminine energy to come up as well. We want that feminine energy to permeate the room. We want to balance this room out. Ashe?
Ashe.
My father spoke about something earlier. He spoke about Adam and Eve, and before there was Eve, there was Lilith, right?
That's it.
He spoke about there being two stories of creation, right?
That's it.
He spoke about Adam was here, and somehow our Creator has put on this earth a man without a woman. Now, the elephant got to have a woman, or the elephant woman got to have a man, but Adam, there was no help me for Adam. Now, does that seem crazy to you? It seems crazy to me. Does that seem crazy to y'all?
Yes.
Yeah, come on, y'all. Come on. Brother Sankofa said we are a call and response people, that we are African. So if y'all can help me out, when I say something, I want to hear you. I'm speaking up here. I want to hear you too. Because after a while, 2 more weeks, 3 more weeks, y'all be like, look, he don't even want to talk, right? But when I give you a chance to talk, let's talk. So, does that seem imbalanced to you?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Okay. That seems imbalanced. So, what has been poured on my spirit at this moment to speak about is balance.
All right.
Okay? So, what we will do is speak on this balance. But before I get there, I feel there's a need to speak on something else. Something that hit me right before I came up here. I just want to tell everybody, and especially those who are making this transition to consciousness, or if that's what you want to call it, because we all have a level of consciousness.
That's right.
Ashe?
Ashe.
But, this higher or deeper level of consciousness, I want to ask you to do something. I want to ask you to understand that which you are looking for resides in you already. I want you to understand no book, the Hussein, the Bible, the Quran, I don't care what book you get out there or everyone's place. You're not going to find what you're looking for until you go inside yourself.
Ashe.
And what does that mean? Going inside yourself. Going inside yourself means to face that ugly side of you that you don't even want to acknowledge. There's plenty of ways to go inside yourself, but I'm talking about that self that you don't want to see. That self that Michael Jackson spoke about when he said that man in the mirror. You got what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about that ugly self that you don't want to acknowledge. That stuff that you rationalize to be appropriate when you know that it's not appropriate. It's no man that can come up here on a pulpit that can tell you how to live a life, because you already know how you should live your life. You maybe need some affirmation, some reminder every now and then, because it's so easy to do wrong. I'm not going to be long today, all right? So so we're going to have a discussion, and we're going to have a discussion after we speak today, because I want if you have questions, concerns, anything, we're going to talk about that, okay?
Ashe.
So there's nobody that can tell you, no book, to tell you how to live your life. Now we can use material, literature to somehow take ourselves into ourselves. Like I say, Brother Sankofa always repeats and say, reintroduce yourself to yourself. Right? So, we want to talk about that. And a lot of times that has to do with balance. That has to do with that balance, not just that Adam and Eve balance, but that balance inside of you, that Adam and Eve that resides in you. Because you have to be able to balance yourself out. If you cannot balance yourself out, then guess what? You are futile to yourself and you will be futile to your people.
Ashe.
Ashe?
Ashe.
Alright, so what I'm going to go ahead and do right now, I'm going to go into, what am I going to first, y'all? Y'all, what I'm going to do? Can y'all tell me where I should go at first? Y'all pick it for me.
Hosea.
Hosea? Oh man, hold up. We got two Hosea fans out here. We got two. Anybody else? They was fast on the draw, so we're going to go into Hosea. Ashe?
Ashe.
Alright, so we're going to go into Hosea in the book of knowing the creations. I stole Brother Sankofa's book because I didn't have mine, so you can't go inside of yours because I have yours. Ashe? So what we may want to do is make sure we got one here at the village. Alright?
Ashe.
So, in the book of knowing the creations, Ra's description of his creation. Ashe?
Ashe.
This is on page 5. I'm going to read it. And it says, thus said Ra, the Lord of all, the Lord of the utmost limits. He had come into being. I am the one who came into being as Kappa. He who comes into being and brings into being. He who comes to bring being and who brings in being. That's deep, right? What does that really mean? What is that saying? Is that saying that something has always existed, that the energy has always been here? Is that saying that there was a time when nothing existed? Or is that saying maybe, when we say energy just changes shape or form? Energy's always been here, right?
Mm-hmm.
You cannot kill energy.
That's right.
You can't kill it, right?
That's right.
When I came into being, being itself came into being. All being came into being after I came into being. Y'all hear there's a lot of beings there, right?
Right.
There's a lot of beings. Many were the beings that came forth from the commands of my mouth. Heaven had not yet come into being, nor had the earth come into being, nor had the ground been created, or the things which creep and crawl upon it. I raised up beings into the primordial waters as inert things. I found no place on which to stand. So I formed it from the desire of my heart. I laid the foundation through my eye. Let's talk about that. See, a lot of times we read and we look past these things that he, she, whatever said that they laid this foundation through Mayat. Now, somebody tell me what Mayat means. Or what is Mayat? Or what is your understanding of Mayat? Come on. Hold up. Cat got your tongue. What? Somebody help me out now. All right, I'm going to call somebody. Go ahead, Brother Sankofa.
Mayat is a system of self-governance, and it's a spiritual system that is, that is timeless. You know, it has always been something to keep things in proper balance, order, reciprocity, propriety. If you follow it, then you're going to bring yourself closer to the Almighty if you follow it. It's the foundation. If you don't have Mayat, then anything you try to build will crumble.
Okay. Anybody else? Y'all want to follow that? Any takers? Y'all scared?
Pretty much summed it up.
He summed it up? Oh, you can't expound on that, my brother? No? Okay, that's cool. You look like you want to say something. See, the thing is, I'm saying Mayat, right? It's balance, right? Mayat. So I heard a masculine. What about the feminine? No feminine takers here? Oh boy. All right, we're gonna move forward. Maybe we'll come back and we'll get some of that. Ashe? So I laid the foundation through Ma'at. Ma'at is also represented in the feminine energy, right?
That's right.
But understand, we spoke about Ra, and Ra was represented in the masculine energy here, especially in this text right here. But understand, without both those energies, creation would not be possible. Understand, I don't care who tells you anything different. I don't care if they talk about the great black mama or it had to be a great black papa. There had to be a great black this and there had to be a great black that. It's nothing that's going to happen without both energies. It's nothing. Come on, Bible, help me out. You know, when you talk about chi, is that masculine and feminine?
No, sir.
What is it?
It's yin and yang.
Is yin and yang? Right. So what is yin and yang?
The opposites.
Opposites. So is that
male and female?
Male and female. Ashe. So it is masculine and feminine.
Right.
So everything that we see here on this earth has a counterpart.
Right.
Nothing can do without the other.
Right.
Ashe. So you have to learn to control that inside of you. Ashe.
Ashe.
So it goes on to say, I created forms of every kind. Many were the forms which issued forth from the commands of my mouth. Not yet had I established Shu, the power and principle of light in air, nor sent forth Tefnu, the power and principle of moisture. Ashe, let's talk about that. See, let's talk about that. See, when you read something, you must understand the balance is still there. Right? Understand that he says, not yet have I established you, the power and principle of light and air. Shu, being the masculine energy. Tefnu, being the power and principle of moisture. Nut, being that goddess Nut, the God that Dr. Ben said, when I see that heaven is in between the legs of a woman, and he talks about this goddess Nut. But Nut and Tefnu, when they come together, they create something else. Let's see what it says. There existed no one who acted together with me. I conceived it in my mouth. I conceived it in my own heart. And there came into being a vast number of forms of divine beings as forms of offsprings, forms of their offsprings from them. Now let's talk about it. I came forth from among the plants which I created, and I created all things which creep and crawl, and all that exist among them. Created everything. Then by the power and principles of light and air, we spoke about that, right? By the power and principle of light and air, and the power and principle of moisture in heaven. Understand, heaven being goddess Nut, light and air being Shu, that is encompassed by heaven itself. Light and air. Heaven is above it. Light and air is in between it, right?
Right.
So when they come together, let's see what they create. They created and brought to earth and heaven Osiris. Now we're talking figuratively here. We're not going to come here and spook you out and make you think that Osiris actually, in this story it actually happened. This is what you call a story that can help you understand better the unknown. Just like the Bible and any other book. We're not going to say that, all this really happened. Although it really does scientifically make sense. But it didn't have names, you know what I'm saying? We didn't have Osiris actually coming on the earth. Although many say that Osiris is a king and they revered him so high that they raised him to the level of a god. Ashe?
Ashe.
So when we have great ancestors, we raise them to higher levels. We did a message back there a few weeks ago that talks about black seminaries and clergy without a black theology. And what I did, I taught about the need for us to revere our elders and our ancestors that passed on, and our elders that are here. We need to have our saints. We have to give reverence to those who are here. That is one of the greatest problems that we have. We cannot revere the saints in front of us because we get so caught up